Hello, this is MRR Collects with another week's haul of banknotes. Up first, we have 25 rupees from the Seychelles. It's a great natural scene with a representative bird and natural scenes. And then the back is actually another bird with some fish with more natural design work. It's a beautiful note with the pink tones. Next up we have Meridius. This is 25 rupees. Kind of stylized up front. I don't know who the political figures are who are displayed here, so I'm not even gonna take a guess at it. But the back is a nice scene of ordinary life of a man with some kind of I'm gonna say crab traps or some kind of fishing activity. But again, it's pretty cool. This note is we have 20 kroner from Sweden, and this one is pretty much, I would say, for collectors, is pretty much just it's so unique that it's it looks like something from Downton Abbey or from the 20s. I believe she's an author. I could be wrong. I believe this is about a poem or a children's story, because on the back there is a scene of geese flying, but if you look close, there's a figure on the back flying with the geese. So again, and with the colors and the design work, it's just required. Then next up we have a Pakistan 50. Been really hard to find higher denominations in Pakistan. I don't know what the deal is, but I've been starting to find some, so I'm trying to fill in a little bit. I don't have a lot. I do have some of the ones that come in this. When you start out, there's the Pakistan 1 and 2 rupees that are older, that are in the multi-country assortments you can buy. Generally, starting out collecting, a lot of people do that because it's a way to get quite a few notes up front that are, I'm not going to say worthless, but on the lower end, where these you're pretty much going to end up buying individual notes from either websites. There is a company out there that I buy from now. It's in the United States. So, and then on the back here's Mount Everest. So, pretty cool, pretty nice note. This one's is pretty. I just picked this one up. Now, some of these series, when banknotes come out, I don't have my finger on the pulse of the brand new notes, but when I see them, I pick them up. So there's usually a lot of times a couple years delay or whatever. My emphasis shifts just what I'm into at the moment. It's hard to pick up everything new all at once. But I did notice in the camera picked up that this is the color shifting or the phasing on that symbol. It's pretty cool. And the back is a little more washed out, but still very nice. A lot of times from a lot of countries, the printing on the front is more dynamic than the printing on the back. And there's several videos out of some of the European notes that show some of the printing processes. The technology that goes into making a banknote is staggering. These notes are printed multiple times with color shifted printing, intaglio printing, which has leaves a raised print that you can feel with your fingers, and that's actually a very common security measure because the quality intaglio printing is ungodly expensive, and many people, half of people accepting a banknote as valid comes more from the feel than the actual visual aspects. So in everyday life, you're doing half the work because you know what your money feels like. And if it feels wrong, that gets your interest more into, hey, what's going on here? This one's from Nepal, another one with Mount Everest, and the cool part, the back, snow leopard. So not a overly expensive bill, but very cool. Nepal has been putting their animals on their bills for many years. The 1,000 has an elephant on it. The 500 a tiger. Yeah, they're fairly awesome. Here's one from Ecuador. They don't use the sucres anymore, or sucres, or however you want to say it. This is 5,000. And the front of the bill is kind of cool with the diagonal patterns and design work. I think there's a stylized wheat stalks in here, a crest, but the back is really the winner, and why. Again, not a very expensive bill, but really, if you're into collecting animals in banknotes, and then I did see Galapagos is right here. So these are some of the animals. The tortoise is pretty prominent, but I believe there's a penguin and then some birds, probably a puffin or something, in here. That is, it's just, I don't see anybody really passing, any collector really passing that note up. Next up is a Hong Kong 50 from the new series. The latest series, this one is from, I believe this is HSBC. There's a few banks that issue notes for Hong Kong, China, Macau. There's Bank of China, and then there's HSBC, which is Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation for the special economic zones, whether they stay special or not. But the butterfly is up front with the circle that shifts as you move it is really quite awesome, with the Hong Kong lion, and then the natural scene on the back with the large butterfly. They do have another version, I think from the Bank of China version. They have a butterfly, but it's in flight, so you can, taking both notes, there's two scenes. I will put that in another video. I'm going to do a Hong Kong video myself, because I really do love, one of my favorite countries to collect. Next up is 5 Larry from Georgia. Not the state of Georgia in the United States, but Georgia in Eastern Europe. It used to be Soviet Georgia. Not anymore. Not anymore. But this the love on their banknotes that the 5s are really pronounced in how they reflect differently in the strip. Really, the denomination really stands out, and then the figure that's on the note is also duplicated in the security strip that reflects pretty vibrantly. Again, a lot of technology in these notes. They spend millions of dollars coming up with the initial design of these notes. I don't know if this holds true for everybody, but usually a banknote runs the actual cost of producing a banknote, last time I checked, was about 4 cents. But spread that over printing millions upon millions of notes. It's really quite astounding. But the security features, which I'll probably do a video in all of its own, is astounding. Also, I encourage you to watch, there's videos showing the printing methods for the euro, Canadian money, the polymer notes. Starting to see videos on those. And so it is really impressive what goes into making a piece of paper that gives people the faith to give it a monetary value, because really very few countries are backing their banknotes with gold anymore. So here's 50 kwacha from Malawi, and on the one of the lower denominations, but on the back is what I would say is the winner. More elephants. Elephants in a safari type Land Rover scene. Had to have them, and they were not overly expensive. Next up is Russia, 200 rubles. This is technically, I believe it's commemorative, but I believe they're also being used in regular circulation. Ruins and columns here. I don't know exactly where, but it is a nice looking note. I do still like green notes that are not as boring as U.S. currency. It used to be the color of money was green, but that has proven not to necessarily be the case worldwide, which is kind of nice. But again, very stylized, and kind of a must-have. Now here's Mexico 100 pesos. Great bill, and just having a look at this, I believe the Aztec scene on the back are not ruins. I believe these are actually, they look like, if they're ruins today, they're awful nice looking complete architecture. So I don't know if they're supposed to be ruins or if they're a scene of what Aztec city or culture would look like. Here's a in the top here. Here is 100 Hong Kong dollars again. This is 100, and this is a Bank of China bill. So very cool. I believe these smell like tea. Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but they have a smell to them that I believe is a feature. I could be wrong. Again, I've been wrong before, but I do love me some Hong Kong bills because they are generally design-wise pretty fantastic. So the one skyscraper, and I don't know if it's a large flower in there. It's a little subdued, but then the instrument with the perfectly nice place to put a security feature where the color shifting ink is in a circular pattern that shifts when you move the bill in any direction. And that's a little hard to duplicate. And I believe that's it for that stack. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.